Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 55 of Islanders Gym Mode. In last episode, we basically just did all the off season, and we also signed some new players. Michael Kudrock being one of those guys. This guy was drafted second round by the Chicago Blackhawks way back in 2019. So, hopefully he's gonna have a good season with us. He's a second line forward in 86, so picked up a nice new left winger for 3 years. So just in case, because Dal Coley might retire in a few years. But yeah, so that's a look at our lines at the moment. Actually, I should have done that. So yeah, let's put Braun there, Hosang there. Yeah, wait. Yeah, let's put Hosang actually there. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so yeah, those are our lines. Alcock is our only rookie playing this season. He's only 20, so hopefully he has a good rookie season. Josefsson's going to get first line ice time as a right winger, I think. He's a sniper. I'd rather use him as a winger, and he doesn't have the best face-off stats. So, but our defensive core looks a little weak. We do have Dawson Holt playing defense, but if you look at his stats, he has an 88 defensive awareness. So hopefully he turns out to be something good for us on defense. But yeah, our defensive core looks pretty weak this year. But our goaltending, 85, 82. So as you can see, Connor Ingram is our new backup. We also signed him. But yeah, McMillan is only an 85, so he's not growing out to be the best goalie we've ever seen, but whatever. And then in the minors, those are all that. So let's start up the season simulation. We're gonna slim through the entire preseason, and then slow sim, I guess, the first game of the season, just because I want to see how our players play with each other for the first few games, maybe. So let's see, preseason underway almost in a bit after these 2 weeks of off season still. First game of the preseason is in New Jersey, as it usually is. Looks like we always play the same teams in the preseason. So okay, so scouting assignment, let's go to the OHL. Let's continue scouting defensemen, because we already have a lot of forwards, and our first game of the preseason is a nice win, and there's 2 straight wins. Makes that 3. So I don't know if we're gonna have a good season, because like I've been saying before, preseason usually doesn't mean anything towards your actual season. And we're 3-3-0 now, so maybe not. And last game in the preseason against Pittsburgh is a win. So we're 4-3-0 in that preseason. Not too bad, not too good either. Let's just check our player stats for the preseason. See who stood out a lot. So Dal Coley picking up 8 points in 7 games, hosting 7 points, Grimes 7 points, Grellinger 6. Wow, 6 goals for Grellinger in those 7 games. Drysdale 6 points, Braun 5 points, Velarde 5, Gore 5, Pulock 4, Josefsson 4, Kudrock 3, Alcock 1, Scatchard 1, Ramsey 1, Holt and Tarasov with 1, and then Welsh is also one of the young guys that were playing this year. He was our draft pick way back in 2020, but he's not turning out to be really anything for us. So he's also up here, and then Cold Day with no points in the preseason. And in goaltending, I guess this is Connor Ingram's first NHL season. Wow. I guess he's been playing in the minors as an 82. I actually know he hasn't, but I don't know why it's considering him as a rookie. No, he hasn't played a full season yet, but he played 1 game with us in the preseason and did not allow a single goal, so that's very nice. And McMillan didn't have the best preseason at all, though, so hopefully that turns around for this season. So yeah, let's slow sim our first game of the season, which is up against the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. So let's see how we do if our offense shows up for the start of the season. Okay, first period, and it's 1-0 Wild and Bales. Second period, and it's 2-1 us now. So Velarde and Scrimes getting their first goals of the season. Very nice. Third period underway. We're being outshot, but we have the lead, which is the more important stat. Power play. Come on, guys. Yes, there you go. Josh Hosang beats Stoner, and it's a 3-1 lead. So our power play manages to get a goal, and there's Lucas Braun picking up his first goal of the season. He had a pretty decent rookie season last year. Josefsson, though, had the best, obviously, because Josefsson won the Calder. But we win our first game of the season 4-1, so very good offense and defensive performance. So Valeri from Pilok and Dalcoli, Scrimes from Gore and Braun, Hosang from Dalcoli and Pilok, and Braun from Scrimes and Gore. So very good performance from our, looks like first and second or first and third line. So there's the 3 stars. McMillan with a great 30 save performance, Scrimes with 2 points, and Pilok with 2 points. So pretty nice. Let's hope that continues this season. So we're gonna sim the rest of the game as fast as we can. We want to get this season done in this episode as well. Okay, so 1-0, not bad at all. I don't know how Edmonton is. Edmonton's 1-0 as well, so let's go up here till November 1st. So we have a lot of road games in a row. There's a win over Edmonton, 3-2. There's a loss, though, against the Ducks, so our first loss of the season. And there's another loss, so we're 2-2-0. Starting off the same way as last season. Hopefully it ends better, though, when we make the playoffs. And we lose 3 in a row now. 4-3-0. Or 3-4-0. I don't even know what I just said. Let's scout some more defensemen. So 2-3-0, that's what I meant to say. And it's a good year for rookies. So if we don't make the playoffs, we'll definitely be getting maybe a good prospect. So there's another win. And let's see. A loss. So we're 3-4-0. And last game of the month, we are 3-5-0 after our first month. So once again, we're not having the best of starts to the seasons. Let's just check the player stats so far again. Just see if any of those players weren't playing as good as they should have. So Scrimes was 6 points in 8 games. So Scrimes is playing nice. Dalcoli 6 and Josefsson was 6. So Josefsson's continuing his great rookie season as a 20-year-old, and now he's only 21, but look at his last season stats. Last year he put up 55 points in the AHL, and the year before that in the minors he put up 65 points. So he's definitely a good goal scorer, and he puts up good assists. 20 goal seasons in both those, so very nice. And then in the playoffs he played in the AHL with 13 points in 14 games way back then too. So but yeah, it looks like everybody on our team's actually putting up points, which is nice, except for the 4th line pretty much, and Scatcherd. Goalies, McMillan's playing pretty decent still, even though he has a losing record, and Ingram's actually playing very nice too. So yeah, that's that. Let's continue with the simulation. But hopefully we have a better month. That month wasn't the worst month I've seen, but it was an okay month, I guess. I know last year at this time in November we did not have a good month. Like, we lost most of the games. There's a loss to start the month. So 3-6-0. Game against Colorado, who we won against in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Or not last year, what the hell, a few years ago. There's 3 straight losses in the start this month. Make that another loss, holy shit. Losses are piling up again, guys. And there's a win. So we're 4-9-0. Yeah, it looks like we're definitely going through a bit of a rebuild after Tavares' retirement last year. And McDonough also retired, but McDonough definitely wasn't like the big piece of the team. Tavares, his loss is definitely one of those that we're gonna feel. So, but there's 4 straight wins now, so we managed to bounce back from all those losses and put together a good effort at the end of this month, or close to the end of this month. Let's go to WHL. Let's go forwards, I guess, this time. There's another win, and will we continue? Yes, we will. 6-game winning streak, I think, now. Another one. 7 in a row, guys. So we're starting to win games. Offense is showing up in all of them, and defense is playing good. There's a loss, though, and another loss, and offense doesn't show up for both those games. And last game of the month, we are 11-11-0. So not bad. 50% winning percentage. We are out of the playoffs, obviously, at the moment, but we could still make it, obviously, way back in. Let's check the player stats again. So Dalcoli 18. Wow, look at this. Josefsson 17 points this year. So yeah, he's continuing his great rookie season, and I think this guy could definitely be our future number 1 center. Velarde also is playing pretty nice. Grimes, anybody not playing good though? No, it doesn't look like it. So plus minus, let's see who's the minus on this team. Scatchard's leading us in plus minus. Well, so it looks like mostly our defense isn't playing good, except for our Scatchard for that plus minus. And Ingram is actually playing very good as a backup, so very happy with him. 2-3-0 with a 1.61 goals against average and a 947 save percentage, so that's not too bad. Okay, so let's go far into the season. Let's go all the way up to February. And we start the month with a nice 5-2 win. Followed up by a loss and another loss. So it seems like we still are like winning one, losing a few, that sort of thing. So we might be around 500 for like the entire season pretty much. If it continues like this. 13, 15, and 1 now, so we're starting to drop a few games now. Game against New Jersey is another loss, so we're definitely losing some games again, but there's a win to end the losing streak. At least we're managing to win games. Like, I think last year we were doing a lot worse at this time. I'm not 100% sure though. We'll go 5 weeks to US for defensemen. We have some defensive prospects at least now, but still would like to get more. We did draft a nice one last year, medium top 4 defensemen, so there's 4 wins in a row, so we managed to climb back again with some wins after all those losses. And last game of the month, or second last game, shootout loss to Columbus and it's Nashville. It's a 2-1 or 2-0 win, so we're 19-16-2, so we're starting to play better, looks like. So we might be able to make the playoffs. Oh yeah, I forgot to check how Kudrock was doing. The guy that we signed in free agency. We've managed to win 4 of our last 5. We lost some in the shootouts, at least we got points there. But we have a winning record. So we're definitely playing better than last season. Last season we just want to put that kind of behind us a bit. But there's 2 straight losses, or 3 straight losses actually, but one was a shootout loss. Against Montreal. Come on, boys. Yes, a nice win. And another win over Pittsburgh too, so not too bad of a season so far. It's been a bit of an up and down season. Definitely still, like I said, better than last year's. And we've won 3 of our last 5, or 4 of our last 5. Jeez. That's what happens when you do commentaries for too long. You just lose track of what words you're trying to say. Let's see. Let's go to Russia, I guess. Russia doesn't actually have the best prospects. Anybody in the rest of the world? Nope. Okay, let's go back to... Yeah, let's go back and do defensemen in the WHL because we did already forwards there. And then we'll go forwards in the other parts of Canada and the United States. So just because North America is usually the best for hockey players, there's a lot of good prospects still, obviously, in Europe too. So there's 2 straight losses. Let's see, how are we going to be at February 1st? We're going to be 25, 21, and 3. So it could be a lot worse than that. Not too bad, I guess. Depends on how our division's playing. If our division's playing strong as they are last year, we might not make the playoffs again. But if they're not playing that strong, then we might have a chance to definitely make the playoffs this year. So that might be good. So let's just stop the simulation because it's been a while since we stopped it. So we are 27, 22, and 4, halfway through February, and we actually are currently in a chance for a playoff spot. So, but we have like teams right on our ass with New Jersey and Columbus. So, if we can keep beating New Jersey and Columbus, we should be able to make the playoffs. So, but we need to obviously win against other teams too. So let's right up to the deadline. I don't think we're gonna make any moves though, because there's nobody I really want to trade because I think we have a pretty solid team all around. at the moment. So there's a win over Winnipeg, the former Stanley Cup champions from last year. St. Louis without Tarasenko, did we beat them? Yes, we do. So the Tarasenko-less St. Louis Blues lose to us, so that's nice. Scouting assignment, let's go back, like I was saying, to the OHL, this time for forwards, because we did defenseman there last time, I think. There's a loss. Game against Columbus is a loss. Damn it, that's a bad loss, because they're right on our ass, like I was saying. Game against Boston, that's another loss. That's not good, guys. Don't go on a losing streak right now. Another loss. That's 4 straight losses. In a game against Tampa Bay is another loss. So 5 straight losses going into the trade deadline. That's not good. Our locker room chemistry is going down, and our chances of making the playoffs are going down as well with that. So let's just check our player stats at the deadline, see if there's anybody that we might want to move. I don't think there is, but our team doesn't seem to be putting up much points individually. Looks like the entire team's still putting up decent numbers though. Like Dawson Holtz put up 15 points as a defenseman with like 11 goals, so that's very nice. Grellinger's got 15 points, Alcock 14, Tarasov, those little guys. What is that guy? Kudrok's got 26 points with us, so I think he was definitely a good pickup for us. Let's see. Welsh has actually got 15 points as well, so that's not too bad. And Josefsson's got 36 points, so he's not put up as much as he did last year, but he's definitely got a pretty good stat, 7 and 29. He's definitely being a good player for us. Draisaitl's not putting up much numbers, so maybe we move Draisaitl at the end of this year. He does only have 1 year left, so maybe we release him. Goaltending, how's their goaltending? So McMillan, wow, Connor Ingram's playing way better than McMillan. So Connor Ingram, 17 games played in the NHL this year, 1.56 goals against average, 9.6 and 1, and a 9.47 save percentage. So definitely a very good backup performance for Connor Ingram. Glad we picked him up. McMillan's not playing the best, so 20, 21, and 3, 9.11 save percentage, but a 2.67 goals against average. So that's that. Let's just check quickly. I want to see where Soderstrom went during last year, or free agency. Kind of curious. Wait, Ronald Holt. Wow, our former goalie. Are you kidding me? We released this guy to free agency, and the Washington Capitals picked him up. And he's having an outstanding NHL season. Damn, we should have kept him. Like the computer drafted or got him for us. But look, 2.29 goals against average, 46 games played, 30, 13, and 0. This guy's playing very well, and he's up to an 82. So, damn, it sucks that we got rid of him. Let's see about Soderstrom. Stutzel's playing pretty bad still, but he's in Buffalo. And Soderstrom does not look like he was been signed. Wow. Yeah, Soderstrom might be still a free agent, unless he's in the minors. I doubt he is, though. Because he was in 83, unless he dropped off. Yeah, Soderstrom's not even down in the minors. Damn, that's weird. So I guess Soderstrom's still a free agent. Nobody wanted him. But our AHL team seems to be playing very well, and they have good locker room chemistry. But anyways, let's just continue our simulation in the NHL and go for a run into getting into these playoffs. So this is a huge month, guys. We need to have a better month than last month. I'm not making any trades because I don't want to screw up with more chemistry stuff. But we start off with 2 wins to start this month. That's big. And there's an overtime loss, but that's still a nice big point. I lost against St. Louis. God damn it, guys. And there's a loss to the Caps, probably with Ronald Holt as their starting goalie, unless Holtby's in that. Holt and Holtby. There's 3 straight losses, only scoring 1 goal. And there's another one. Okay, I'm going to make some line changes. Maybe. Yeah, I think so, because we're right at 500, and we need to win games to get in these playoffs. We're dropping, yeah, see, look at that in the standings. Let's go edit lines. So let's see, what could we do to change this up a bit? Let's put Braun up and Hosang down, and yeah, let's leave that like that. Did Kudrok have good face-offs? That's 71, but he's a sniper. I'd rather leave him on the wing. Ramsey, could stay there. Alcott could stay there. Defensively, offensive and two-way and two-way, and defensive and sniper. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just leave it the same. Pretty much, except for that one minor change. Hopefully that changes the complexion of how we've been playing in the last while. Washington's first in our division. I don't know how Ronald Holt's playing so good, but whatever. Come on, guys. Let's have a good end to this month. There's another wins. Back-to-back shutouts. Don't know if it was both from Connor Ingram or not. Game against Colorado after the scouting assignment. Let's go to the queue for 1 month. There's a loss, and there's another win. So 3 shutouts in our last 4 games. So we're playing good defensively, but we're still losing some games too. So that's not good. There's a nice win. Come on, guys. We need to have a huge, strong push again. Get into these playoffs. Because or else this is just going to be another boring offseason. Okay, so at the start of April, we're 37, 33, and 6. Not a very good record, but are we in a chance to get into the playoffs? Yeah, we do still have a chance. So Washington and Carolina have already clinched, but definitely me and Pittsburgh, or Islanders in Pittsburgh, whatever you want to say, is right on the ass of Columbus and New Jersey. So we still have a chance definitely to make these playoffs. But yeah, let's hope we have a good strong push at the end like we did last year. We do have to play Pittsburgh, Columbus, and Carolina, all those 3 teams in our last few games, so we're going to slow some those games. Game against Winnipeg, can we beat them? And most of them are on the road too, actually, so it's going to be a bit crazy. There's a win over Winnipeg. That's a huge win. The AHL team just clinched the playoff spot, so that's nice. Game against Columbus, come on, guys. We beat them in the playoffs before. Let's push into these playoffs. First period, and it's 2-0 us. There you go. Scrimes and Velarde. Second period, and it's 4-1 us. I think we got this. Hosting in Dalcoli. And we win 7-1. Draisaitl, Welsh, and Day. So, very good game. 7-1 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Those are the 3 stars. Connor Ingram playing great for us. And so, your New York Islanders have won 2 games in a row and a huge win over a team that's right in our spot in the standings. So game against Chicago matters, but not as much, I guess, because it's not as affecting the standings. There's another win. Very good, boys. And let's see, where are we in the standings now? So we're up here actually in the playoffs currently. We're only 2 points though ahead of Pittsburgh, so this is a huge game again. If we could win this, guys, this would be a huge win. Like, it would push the Pittsburgh Penguins back farther. First period, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Brendan Lemieux playing for Pittsburgh. That's funny, another Lemieux. Second period, it's still 1-0 them. Come on, guys. We need to solve whoever's in net for them. I know it's not Fleury, and I know it's not Murray, so because Murray was traded to Vancouver way back, and Fleury, oh man, Fleury retired. So 2-0 for Pittsburgh. Come on, guys. Really? 3-0 Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's it. Their other guy, Tavares, makes it 3-0. That's a bad loss at this time. So it's probably going to come down to that last game against Carolina. Let's go up to Dallas. Where are we in the standings still? We're still in that spot, but look at that. Look, I think we're only in there because of ROW, but look at this. Like, it's such a close division like last year, so I think their division's just getting a lot stronger, which is not good, really, but oh wait, Carolina's not one of those teams that we have to play against to get into the playoffs. Come on, guys. Dallas, and we win. That's a huge win. Did we clinch with that win? I don't think so, though. Pittsburgh gets into the... Oh, wow. So, it's coming down to this last game, probably. Columbus, I don't know how much games they have left. But if we win, we should be able to clinch, I think. So, Columbus has, 1 game left. So, Columbus could still make it. And they could still pass us, too. So, but we have better ROW than anybody else. So, comes down to this last game, guys. So definitely we're going to slow sim this game, even though it's slow simming does not always work. hopefully we could beat Carolina and get into these playoffs. Is I'm nervous that Columbus will win or something, and Pittsburgh or whatever will win, and then it would push us out. So first period is playing pretty good, and Gore opens the scoring. Yes, Philip. I think it's Phil Gore, and then Couture ties it up. So that's one of their defensemen, and it's 1-1 after the first period. Ingram's in that again, so looks like the coach is deciding to put in Ingram a lot more than McMillan. And Bales makes it 2-1 Carolina. God damn it, guys. And it's 3-1 Carolina now. Flattery. Holy shit, guys. Come on. We are up 1-0, and then you just let in 3 straight goals. That's not how you do it. 5-on-3, and oh my god, Gervais makes it 4-1. Wow, our defense is just shitting the bed. Ingram just has a really bad period that one. Let's have a huge comeback in the third, guys. I don't know if that's even possible. Maybe we could still make it into playoffs though. Scrimes, holy shit, and Velarde, there's 2 goals, and it's 4-3 all of a sudden. Do we have another goal in us, guys? That'd be a huge comeback. And no, Flattery makes it 5-3. That's not good. Well, let's just hope Columbus lost, or Pittsburgh lost. And we lose, 5-3. Carolina's just a good team because of their defense. There's their 3 starters. But come on, guys, did we make it into the playoffs? Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Yes, we did make it into the playoffs, guys. We literally just made it into the playoffs. Holy shit. So, like last year, we had to have a good, strong push at the end just to barely make it in. Last year, we barely missed, and this year, we just barely make it in. So, very nice. Let's see who we're up against in round number 1. We're the underdogs still going into the playoffs, and we're up against the Washington Capitals, who are 55-20-7. So, we're gonna check out their lines. Ronald Holt's probably is probably their starting goalie. So, might come down to our former player. Let's see what their lines look like, and then next episode will be round number 1 against the Caps. Oh boy. So apparently on paper though, they have better offense, we have better defense, and we have better goaltending. So I guess we'll see how our defense matches up against their offense. So view lines. So, first line, Mayarov. This guy's a very nice player. 90. Left wing grinder on the first line. Jesus. With Kuznetsov and Vrana. So, pretty nice 2 there. And Vrana's a bit low. Second line, you got Wilsey with Kreisky, who used to play for Columbus when Columbus would play us in the playoffs. So, he's now changed sides with Lucas Grice, who was with Florida, who we played against before as well in the playoffs. So, that's a really weak second line. Third line, they got a lot of depth, I could just say. Ed Savage, they got there with Dave Kearns, who won Rookie of the Year a few years ago. And Lampman, Soshnikov with Thornton, and Marco Dano. So, a lot of depth on this team, but, like, it's nothing huge. Like, it's not the worst team to play against. Their defense is really weak, though, kind of 86, 83, 82, 83, 82, 81. It's better than ours, but we have a weak defensive core. And in goaltending, Ronald Holt is the starter, our former goalie. That's kind of interesting. And Braden Holtby is the backup because Holtby's going to retire probably after this year. So I guess he's going for one last chance at a Stanley Cup. And in scratch, there's Willie Henderson. There's Alan Vignetti and Fred Hoyle. Okay, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode of our Islanders GM Mode. So glad to be back in the playoffs. Hopefully we could get farther, even though we had a really bad season and just barely squeaked into the playoffs. So if we could beat the Caps, though, that would be nice. That's a look at the matchups for this year. So Sharks, LA, Edmonton, Vancouver, Nashville, and Chicago, Colorado and St. Louis, Tampa and Buffalo, Florida, Detroit, us and the Caps, and Carolina and Pittsburgh. So anyways, guys, we'll see you back up here with episode number 56, I think it is now, when we face the Washington Capitals. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you guys next time.